When international flights returned, cruising lovers hoped they'd be able to set sail by Christmas. But the industry has been dealt yet another blow, with the ban extended again. Tonight, the growing calls to get things moving.
Completely disgusted with our government and the situation.
Our cruise community is devastated by this further extension.
Why can 80% of the industry return to the waters internationally, yet Australia remains closed to cruising?
Our $5 billion industry anchored for the 6th time.
It was the biggest kick in the guts we could possibly have.
Australia's ban on cruise ships extended for another 2 months, meaning the industry will likely not restart until the middle of next year. Today, P&O announcing it's been forced to cancel holiday plans for cruises booked up until April from both Sydney and Brisbane.
The Prime Minister said that he was frustrated by the lack of progress. But I'm sure he's not as frustrated as the 18,000 Australians who rely on the cruise industry for their livelihoods.
The decision impacting everyone from travel agents and tour operators to food and produce providers, and of course passengers keen to hit the high seas again.
I think about it all the time. I look at photos, I see things on the media, and I just wish I was there.
Joan Allen went on her first cruise back in 1958 at the age of 17, and she's been hooked ever since.
Like the lifestyle, being pampered, seeing different places, as I said, but it means a lot to me because it's a way of life and style.
The Queensland-based great-grandmother is eager to get back on the water, already booking 4 cruises next year.
Would not think twice about it. I am just looking so forward to what we've got booked for 22. In fact, we are leaving the country to cruise because we can't cruise from here.
They bring in a lot of much needed tourism dollars into those regional communities, and they're going to miss out again for another year.
Australian Traveller Media co-founder Quentin Long says it's also creating an administration nightmare.
There's lots of Australians who have cruise credits that they now have to rebook yet again for the 3rd or 4th or 5th time, and they have to move those bookings. So it's another hassle.
Businesses like ours have been caught in the middle. We've been treating water now for almost 2 years, and we are out of time, and we cannot be left high and dry any longer.
Dan Russell is the general manager of family-owned travel agency Clean Cruising. He describes the failure to address a recovery plan for the industry as a form of slow torture.
Well, any business tied into the cruise sector is burning cash every single month, and subsidies and support dried up ages ago. So, we are running out of time.
It's about that sense of urgency that seems to be lacking in the government. We go from extension to extension.
Joel Katz is the managing director of industry body Cruise Lines International Association. He says a sound roadmap has been put forward to return to domestic waters.
We're saying let's start off with local cruising, carrying locals only, while we still have questions about sort of international tourism. And then in due course, when the time is right and when the medical advice says that the time is right, we can see those international cruising restart.
With the sector well prepared from a health and safety standpoint.
So from the early days of the pandemic, the industry has been working with medical experts and epidemiologists to develop the most comprehensive COVID-safe protocols out of any sector of travel and tourism.
Overseas, around 5 million people have already successfully sailed, with more than 240 ships operating, cruising to more than 80 countries. To travel, passengers must be vaccinated and strict testing protocols are in place.
Considering Australia has one of the highest vaccination rates on earth, we think that the nation is ready to safely set sail again.
It's very hard to understand why. It's very confusing, and it's really disappointing, and it's costing the Australian industry a lot of money.
On a cruise ship, they're constantly cleaning and sterilising everything.
And Joan has a message for our government.
Please, bring back the cruise ships for more reason than one. Not for just me, but for other people that love their cruising, but for what the amount of money it brings into the country and the jobs. Please, Mr. Prime Minister and Greg Hunt, do think seriously about not cancelling them again.